Hi, everyone. Welcome to this dimension, this density, or this non density. People talk about dimensions or densities, and I think that it's less dense where we're going. So it's like, what is the density? I'd rather not think of it as something dense, but like light. I don't know how I would translate that. I bet my bestie would know. She's good at arranging things, like translating things. Is so awesome to watch her in action. um she actually does protection healing, so if you're ever interested in that, let me know. hmm i um I have experienced it, and it's quite wonderful. And she actually did like um a protection healing, however she does it. She's magic, for all of the people that came to Peru. And I knew it. I knew she was doing it. And then, when she tells people she does it, she says, I'm going to put you in a protective bubble, which is her womb. She has this golden womb. And she's like the mother. So, anyone interested in that, 222, hit me up. So, yes, I am here in this realm. And it's trippy because I feel everything. I'm in I feel like I'm in running the frequency of my heart, and then I can, that's what I'm pulling in, because that's what I'm attracting. So there's these different frequencies of the same thing. So it creates a different experience every time. So everything exists at the same time. So I'm sort of like, fiche, microfiche. It's like film, and then, a magnifying glass goes over. So I feel like, where my heart is bringing me to the space of what I'm meant to experience based on my frequency. And so that's my interpretation of it. That's my experience of it. Now, I had experienced two incidents where people felt triggered by a third person, different circumstances altogether. And then I sat in front of this person. And so we opened up with them asking me, how can I heal you? And at first, not at first, this is the thing, like the first thing is me through my heart. I right away was able to say, and this is freedom. This is freedom. I was able to say right away where I would need to pause and then assign, I like that, assign a response. And prior, I would, years before, I would react. Years before, I would get triggered and react. So now it's like I feel like I'm really in my heart space, like navigating from that space. And it took some doing, it took some practice, it took some maneuvering, it took some trial and error and failure, big time failure. But failure that I felt was like really like the WD-40, like the juice, the stuff that once I went through it, I was able to harness. I'm changing using the word capitalization for harnessing today in this moment, to get away from capitalizing. Capitalize. I don't want to capitalize on things anymore. So we are cleansing that energy. So I don't know where I was. So I need to center and come back. Okay, so that's it, coming from the heart. So since I did that and I can sense all the other options available to me, when I'm in a situation now, I feel me choosing through the heart. And then I sense all the other things. And the biggest to match mine, which is the opposite. And it stings, but it's also so beautiful because I get to see the contrast. I'm like, ooh, and then I'm like, ah. And then it's like, that's what I chose? Cool. I feel good about that. And then the increase in the vibration and the joy and the bliss. And then I'm praising everything all the time, all day long, everything. Like, I will use the stapler, and if anyone posts a red stapler, no, I'm just playing, but I'll thank the stapler. Then I will thank the people who made the stapler. I'll thank the people who thought of the stapler, created it, and all their families. That brings me so much joy. I feel so connected to those individuals, and like I might catch on and wish like the grandmother a happy day. How did I get to the grandmother? Through the heart. I don't know, I'm just feeling that's right. So through the stapler, through being grateful for the stapler, I'm praying for the driver who brought it from the factory to the thing, and my mind is going to them. And I feel like it's super, super cleansing. I feel like it's cleansing so much. And this started with the transmission from my teacher. And this is another thing. Teachers transmit. When you come to Peru with me, I don't know how it works with other people. I can't speak to other people. But when you come to me, with me, transmissions happen. And the transmission that happened the last time I brought a group was be here now. So the people that I took, I know they got that. As a group, we all got that transmission, such that one of the people, badass mama that she is, got a tattoo with that. How special is that? And she's our healer as well, because this is remembering that she got the tattoo. I didn't have to get the tattoo, but the big energy of her being excited to go get the tattoo, giving us like updates, and hoy, this is medicine. It's all medicine. She was able to make the appointment on the phone in Spanish, totally. She got the tattoo in Peru. So that's the type of medicine that comes through. So that was a transmission. And so this transmission that my teacher gave me was, I was in her kitchen and she fed me, and I really delved deep in one of the regrets that I had in Peru. Like I recapitulated everything. I looked at everything, and I didn't ask my teacher and her boyfriend if they wanted food one day that they were working at the retreat center. And I don't like that. I didn't do that. But this is what happens sometimes. Sometimes other things are meant to happen. So I didn't like that, but someone else took care of her and said, oh, do they want food? And they got them food. And they felt good about that. They felt good. You know what I mean? So why not let them do the feeling good? And I don't have to do everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, what is this? Relinquishing control. It's not easy to do because we want to be perfect. We want to do this. So sitting with the recapitulation, which is something I do every Sunday, is looking at the things and how I felt about it, I felt awful that day. And then I gave it over. And then I came up with this idea, these, letting other people do do something for someone because it feels good, you know? So she had that, the other person who took care of my teacher had that experience. And I'm happy to have messed up, to have given her that experience, because that's my heart. My teacher is my heart. Her boyfriend is my heart. And I want to do everything for them. I want to take care of them. You need anything? They come, I light up. I'm like, oh, like a little, what can I do? What can I do? But I try to stay out of their way and keep quiet too. But it's just not just, it's a very intentional way of me honoring them. I just saw 11:11. I love that. So anyway, back to my friend and the healing. And so if I was triggered, if I was not in alignment with my heart, then I may have, because I saw that as an option, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So then, I'm back in the heart, always in the heart, and I can see more from there. And it's beautiful. And so when they I said, okay, yeah, I would like to remove any blockages I have to my next beloved. And so I would, so when that happened, like his face lit up, and then I felt an energy come through and through my arm and back into the screen on the computer or the phone, whatever the device. So yeah, that happened. And so had I been in my ego, not heart centered, I would have maybe said, oh no, I'm good, I'm fine, thank you though, I'm here to talk. Like, what's, what I mean? I would have got jazzed and wanted to avoid that. And there's so many different ways I could have been in my ego. I lit it up for that situation because I was shown what I would have done, like rejected it. But infinite possibilities. And so when we have infinite possibilities for anything, for things like this, we can see when we want to move in certain directions that it's possible. So yeah, I think that is the story that I wanted to convey. It's fascinating to see so many different things, and this is what Peru does, and I'm so grateful for all. It's like the teachers, the plant teachers, the human teachers, the healers, and they're living it. They're living the truth, they're living the clean life. And so are they perfect people? No, they're humans too, but they're living accordingly. And it's like, I think that is what like religion tried to make us do, like you must live a righteous life, and but then there's capitalism behind that, like, and then work for us and produce. And if you look at the map of all that energy, it's like, who made that up? But if you look at these things, the people in Peru, when I went to the dolmens in Russia, I went to an eco village. In the eco village, I speak from what I have experienced, And there's a lot of that happening here in New Hampshire. There's a lot of trade. There's a lot of networking and supports, grassroots, really tribe feeling existence. And it's interesting because, you know, I'm networking with a lot of businesses, and I'm seeing how many of these businesses are connected to the old paradigm, and now I'm connected to them. So I find that interesting, and I'm excited to see where that goes. So Peru cleans us up so we can see better, and then when we see better, we can act better. And so and this is avatar see, like I see you, I see you. You know what I'm talking about? That's Nateri and was a Sully situation at hand. Yes. So Peru is awesome like that, and I don't want to say those words. Peru is a sacred and glorious place. And I'm excited to have been there and connected. I'm excited to be connected to it. And I know that, I'm going to be doing some radical things. Look at this guy. Where is he going? There he is. So I'm going to be doing some maybe radical looking things coming up. I'm being asked to step up, and a lot of us are. I came home and I gave my inner tribe, my inner circle, like the what's what. Looking back, and I know that's not from me. I know that's not from me. That's from harmony. And I am dedicated to harmonization. So, of course, I'm going to speak up. And I gave them a little doot doot. And I didn't realize that I forgot that I spoke to multiple people. So everybody could use a little boost. So, if I feel like my motive in this moment is to encourage people to use your voice in different ways. And so I used my voice, and it was difficult. And I keep saying, I said to the people, I said, I am scared to say this. I am so afraid right now, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway, because I feel my heart is bigger than that fear. So I worked with it. And I got through it. And then the response in each of the situations was fantastic. And even if it was something else, the thing is, I'm going in this all with my tools, with my knowing, with my faith, with everything I've been given, which is another layer of the whole gratitude. Are you kidding me? I'm like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And it feels like that's empowering. And so now I want to give this to other people. So how do I do that? I do it in tarot readings, which are like mini therapy sessions. I have Zoom calls, which are like talk therapy, energy therapy, and empowerment coaching all in that container. It's so beautiful. I'm doing 12-week programs, intensives. If you're going to do every week, you get like a discounted rate if you pay up front, and there's payment plans. I'm taking people on the weekends and having psilocybin introductory weekends. It always starts with this is a psilocybin weekend, but once the people get here and they're doing the other things, sometimes the psilocybin isn't even kicking in, and it's all the other stuff that they went through. It's perfect. It's fine. So there's a lot in those weekends. And so I'm having one coming up in March, and it's 2 people are booked, and so there's 2 spaces. I hold space for 4 people in these weekends so that we can go deep. Really, Peru this last time was really hammering in me diffusion, 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 and looking at the energies. And here in my space, when people are taken from theirs and plopped here, a lot of energy can move. The name of my house is Ponta Rey. Everything moves. I didn't know how perfect that was gonna be for the intention of this space. I live on a lake, so I thought it was the water moves, so everything moves. Ponta Rey, fine. And that's the name that this house wants to be named. But it's everything moves. The energy moves. So if we can get, and we do get energy moving, it's fantastic. And I have a super duper yoga teacher who comes in on Saturday morning and gives us the yoga of a lifetime. And it's all about slowing down and connecting and being here now. And he is such, he's not just a yoga teacher, he's a healer. So he came to Peru. He's all cleaned up and ready for you. So I'm cleaned up and ready for you. If you want to come and take a chance and in Unity, New Hampshire, or go for the mother lode, which is Peru. Man, I saw some things. Like I was in a predicament. I had some energies that were blocking me. Right away, they plucked out. It was like a plug. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was holding that. Me, Carla, who would always be up for a cleanse any old day, any old time. I love purging, vomiting. I think it's so beautiful and sacred, and so it's honoring, it's glorious. So me, Carla Mora, and yes, so I really love the tricks of the mind, and this thing that I read about, I talk about, is Maya, is illusion. And it's like, illusion is illusion. Illusion is illusion. Illusion is real. So when I went there and I let go and I said, oh my God, I was holding on to the illusion. There was illusion there that I had kept and let come over me. And it went away. And I was like, holy smokes, isn't this interesting? Illusion is illusion, and it increases in power as you increase in frequency. So it must match that. So it's got to turn up the volume, and that's attached to your ego, and that is your ego. And a freaking, how you say, how they can they can shape shift, right? So they can shape shift. So yes, so it's not one thing, it's not linear, it's many things all at once. And the cleaner we are, the way that we're vibrating brings that thing to us. So Peru. So this is like, these are all the things that help with Peru. I mean, with these are all the things that Peru helps with. And I mean, it's priceless. It is priceless. Look at, I have one earring on. I didn't want to take this one off, and I didn't want to go upstairs to get the one in the bed. So Peru is, I'm not gonna stop talking about that. And my favorite thing is, oh my goodness, my favorite thing. He's so cute. My favorite thing, I'm like, is Emily in Paris. I've been getting so much inspiration from that person, and that's like, you can tap into that. She instantly manifests things, so it's a good training to really get into it, to train your mind to say, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that. I'm gonna make another video, but the energies were telling me, don't make vision boards. you're like freezing, you're freeze framing time, and you're thinking that's what's available. It's infinite what is available. So you want to be streaming your, so you want your vision board to be your mind and your heart, your body, your soul. You want it to be this, your vision board, not something that is like stuck in time, because it changes every second. Like, come on now, there's everything, and we can change if we're, sticking some. No, I mean, it works, it's cool, it's awesome, it's great, but it creates this thing, this illusion. It creates many illusions. I'm not going to go through them. One is of time, and so take that out. So oh man, I'm telling you. Oh, my biggest, my favorite is to, I have clients. So these clients, two of these clients are seekers, students. So um they what did they do? I am streaming, so it's like I gotta stay in there or it's gonna go off. If I go to another thought, it's like the streaming kicks off, and I'm like, okay, where am I? What space did I gotta get back on? So it's like, I'm Carla. I'm creating this content. I'm sharing this story. And I'm at the part where I'm talking about how awesome Peru is, and oh, the people, the type of people. So I have two clients. They found me through my friend's podcast, Sovereign Love NYC. Thank you guys so much. So she found me. She and her friend wanted to investigate what I'm all about and what I have to offer. And so we had some sessions. I did a timeline healing on one of them. The energies rejected me doing it on another, so I returned the money and we worked in a different capacity. They both came here to Ponte Rey for a 2-day retreat. It doesn't just happen on the weekends. They came during the week, and they flew in from different places in the country. And so so I'm gonna put my feet down, excuse me. So they what else? So then they decided then that they were coming to Peru. So they came to Peru, and we have had sessions before, but one of them has, like, we're continuously working with one another. So I get to take the have the progress, see where they're at, know what they're up to, and really connect with them and give them like little tidbits here and there. And I'm connected on Telegram with them. So I get to go back and forth and have that relationship and really be there on their path with them to help them, and I think everyone can do it on their own, but there is help, and if it's available, if you can manage it, I think it's so well worth it. Here I am in New Hampshire, and I'm by myself 98% of the time, and so I don't have somebody holding me accountable. I'm looking at myself. I think I have set up, okay, Carla, you're going to check your motive. You're going to talk to your ego. You're going to be open with it. You're going to call it out, call yourself out. Just like many things that I work with to keep myself on track. But discipline, and I mean, I slipped off all of my work. And when I went to Peru, where I have a teacher, you know, she was able to give me the, you're not doing your work, hi. So I got back to it, and I'm like, it's, you know what, on The Matrix, I think someone, I don't know who says it, your powers have doubled. I don't know, I think in a couple of different films about superheroes, your powers have doubled. Oh, it's in Star Wars where, oh, my powers have doubled since the last time I saw you. Is it Doku or Zoku? I forget Zu's name, but he says it, and that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, okay, I am laughing. I'm not gonna say this because I just had a vision, but I'm not gonna share it because it can come back on me. But it's so funny. I'll tell you on another day, I'll tell you in another video. So yeah, it's been glorious to work with her and walk with her on her path. Like, talk about walking someone home. But I'm great at what I do too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you see how I'm stuttering? I'm scared to say that. It's hard for me to say that, but I'm practicing, and I said it, and there was some after stutter, but I got through it, and here I am to tell about it. I don't have water over there, but I'm practicing. I'm breaking out. I'm tired. I've done it. I've done the timid, shy, but I had a healing when I went to Tarapoto. First I had, how about this little, honey, I'll be with you in just one moment, okay? I'm just wrapping this up, okay? Okay, I'll be right there. So I was in Tarapoto, and I got shaken in the sleep state experience. It was a healing, and I got the timid, shy, all shaken out of me. I felt like Pachatata picked me up like the scruff of the dog neck and shake, 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 right, Chuchi? This is Chewbacca. And that one is Worf. And they are 6, and they are awesome. They're very helpful in my practice, and yay. Okay, go ahead. This one's nervous. He needs his own service dog, but he's very sensitive. And the other one is a warrior. He's super powerful, but also sensitive. We have some sensitive people who are also warriors, and it's beautiful. Did I say people? Those two. So Peru, and yeah, I am sharing what I offer, and then turning it and being like grateful for that, you know. I am. I live for this, you know. So here I am. The next shamanic cleanse is going to be in September. I'm working out the details because I canceled the one, I put the pause on the one in April because it was going to be in the Sacred Valley, and there's a lot of political unrest there right now. My teacher said, you know, the people aren't like being, you know, I don't know what they are being. She said they're being cool, but I haven't seen things of late, so I don't know. I might be speaking to something that was and different from what is. So I'm gonna hold that. Baby, I'm trying to wrap it up, so let me just have this second. I'll be right with you. I know I said that before, but I'll explain later. I had a big speech to my dogs. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up so I can take this dog outside. I love you, and I love all of this, all of it. We are doing such a magnificent job. You are doing a really great job. I'm gonna go. I love you. Ciao.